Alright everyone, welcome back. I'm going to play out the rest of this game. I think the Arabs might win this one, but we'll see. So I think that ship, that goes with them. Okay. And I was doing some research today on this period, so the early Arab conquests and what the Byzantines did at the time, and it turns out that I was mistaken. I thought the Arabs were more cavalry-based, but it turns out that they did have cavalry, did have light and heavy cavalry, but it seems that in the 600s at least they were mostly based on infantry, and they also used a lot of archers actually. So, all right, so we're on the Byzantine turn. So I think our archers they're going to stay there, and then these archers are going to advance up. They can move 5, and I think they can do a pivot, so I'm just going to pivot slightly. And what do we have? Byzantine general. So I think he's going to go ahead and charge the Arab general. Actually, no, he wouldn't do that. That was another thing I was reading about today. The Byzantine general's army doctrine was to avoid contact, basically. But actually, I think he will move back. Go ahead and measure this. He will move back 8 to get out of line of fire, basically. So move back 8. And then these guys are going to have to check what they can do. I think they can just turn around. I think they have to do a complete... let's take a look here. Get the list open and get the rules open. War engine, movement, line of sight, front arc, movement, here we go. Advance, halt, change facing, can pivot, remain stationary and can pivot. Advance. Okay, so there is no movement that they can just kind of turn in place, I guess, according to these rules. So, but they'll just halt and they'll turn in place and move. So they'll just halt and shift there. Maybe they can charge up the flanks of those, hit the back of that cavalry, and then who do we have left before we move on to shooting? I think that's it. Okay. I got a measure, so we've got, make sure we've got range. Yep, range to there. We got a measure from the midpoint roughly, but yeah, okay, we're in range. So start with the archers here, and they've got 8 attacks. Bowmen, yep, 8 attacks. So go over to our Byzantine dice and we need, they remain stationary, so they need 4s. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits, and to wound those cavalrymen, need a 5. Just trying to come up with like maybe an army list for this period, but I need to do a little more research. I did type up a Word document about it, so I have some stuff saved. But the issue with this period is that there's really, the sources are kind of sparse on, you know, what the kind of the tactics were, and oh, I just forgot how many dice hit. Let's rewind. We can rewind. Look at that. Okay. Before I got lost on a tangent. 4 hits. Okay. 4 hits, we need 5s. 1 additional wound on those cavalry. Okay. And then to go ahead and resolve that morale, which I don't think is going to be a big deal, but we'll see. 9, and they fatigue at 14, so they are fine. Okay. Now these guys are going to go ahead and shoot, and they're going to suffer -1 to their rolls. So 1 hit. Okay. That is really bad. Okay. No wounds. Okay. Alright, now we're back at the Arab turn. So what are the Arabs going to do? I don't think they're going to charge into those guys. I think what they will do is these guys will turn and fire into those archers. Let's see if they're in range. No, we want good units. Get the, how far is that? 6. Really? Inch. 14. Okay. So those archers are in range. Those Arab archers are in range. So let's see if they move. Does that mean they repositioned? Does that mean they can suffer? Okay. Just looking at the rules here. Okay, so they do get a -1, and these guys are kind of in cover, sort of. Yeah, we'll say it's cover, so they're going to get a -1. So -2. And we've got so need, so it can't hit anything because -2, they need a 5+ to hit, so really? Bowmen need a 5+? I think I screwed up that earlier roll then. Okay. I'm recording this very late where I am, so if there's some issues with the rules, I apologize. Okay. I think the I think that's all. Okay, and then the Arabs are gonna just shift so they're not gonna get hit at the flanks. And I think these guys are going to change facing as well. Let's get those tokens out of the way. Okay. Alright, so Byzantine turn. These guys are just going to pivot, and they're going to move in, charge those cavalry. Probably not a great idea, but their forces are pretty damaged right now. And then these two units of archers are going to fire at those cavalry. So go ahead and do that shooting. So we've got 8 shots on the 5+. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, no, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Okay. And we've got 3 wounds actually on the Arab cavalry. So I'm going to pick those up. Okay, and then they might actually, let's see how these other archers roll. They're going to do the same thing. 8 shots on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits again. And you have 5 to, yeah, 5. No wounds this time. Okay, go ahead and do the morale now. Three plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, so they're still steady. Okay, now do the combat over here. So we gotta get them lined up. Okay, so our polearm block gets 12 attacks, sitting on a 4. Okay. How's our modifier if it's infantry attacking cavalry or something? Maybe in the big rule book there's a... It might be, I'm not sure. Melee phase. Disordered. Doesn't seem that there is damaging the target. Modifiers hindered. Okay, it doesn't seem like there's a penalty for infantry attacking cavalry. So, and they are spearmen, so I guess it would work. It's kind of desperate circumstances. So, check again. We've got 12 attacks. Okay, 12 attacks on 4. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. And 1, 2 wounds. Okay, not bad. Maybe in some extraordinary stroke of luck they will do something to that. 9, yeah, no, they are totally fine. Okay, back to Arabs. So I think they remain engaged. Okay, they remain in contact. Don't know if... Check how we're doing on time here. 15 minutes, all right. I think at this point I'm going to wrap this game up here. I think this is a pretty good proof of concept. Again, I think I will try and write up a little bit better army list. Like I said, there's some problems doing, trying to get good information on this period just because we don't really have that many sources. But next time I will set up a better representation of an early Arab, so 600s, 700s, and Byzantine army. So I think next time the Byzantines will get more cavalry. Arabs will have more archers and infantry because that's what they had, more spear infantry basically. Yeah, so I hope you like this. If anything, I hope you like the figures because the creator of this did a fantastic job with these, I think. They look really nice and they work, which is awesome because on Tabletop Sim, a lot of these miniature war game mods don't work. So I think in terms of the game, I'll probably keep this table set up and I'll just switch some stuff around. I think we'll say that the Arabs more or less won this. We got 1 regiment of cavalry. It's going to take the village. And we'll see if the Byzantines can maybe regroup and reposition and take the village back. So yeah, all right, well, I hope you liked it, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.